a month, flow, Joe, kill, mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper, tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snicker bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe, chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe, chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for James Conner, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Dobbs. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They run with Conner. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to fire deep. It's caught at the 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards. With that grab, by the way, Antonio Brown, now over 10,000 receiving yards in his career.
That is an incredible, significant accomplishment. You're saying 10,000 yards? How many other guys have done that in NFL history?
He's the 46th all-time.
And one of the few that are active.
Yeah,
incredible.
There's only a few that are active. He still, though, is a ways away from Jerry Rice, up over 22,000 for the all-time lead. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Allen Bailey. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Dobbs now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Hard throw, incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
This is taken at the 3. And he's got room. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas, 97 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And raise you.
And raise you 6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Dobbs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Connor. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first and 10, Dobbs. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go. What? 9.
Dobbs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their 38.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the kick by Butker is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
To return, it's Cam Sutton. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw Dobbs. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Connor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Daniel Sorensen there on the coverage. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing here, Dobbs. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
first and 10. Here's Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Dobbs. And McDonald here over the middle. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Dobbs is throwing. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Dobbs now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's first and 10. To throw is Dobbs. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Here's Dobbs to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They go play action here on first down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Bucky Hodges, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Boswell good with the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And his throw is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And able to find Conley. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play fake there to Hunt. Now to his right. The Conley's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking for the end zone. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. Third down here.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Sutton now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Dobbs now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Alert 3! Alert 3! Alert 3! Flex round! Flex round!
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On 2nd down, Dobbs. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19.
Ohio! 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 You gonna see me in your nightmares, son! You gonna see me in your nightmares!
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Boswell's kick is good. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded at the 2. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. On second down, here's Mahomes. And his pass incomplete. They were trying to get it into Kelsey that time, and it'll bring up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Dobbs now on second down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Dobbs. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. Throwing here, Dobbs. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to throw Dobbs. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will tie things at 20 all. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's got some space here. Skirts by at the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So it's his 3rd field goal now with the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They start with a give to counter. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ohio! Ohio!
On first down, Dobbs to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Dobbs is throwing. Over the middle here to Brown. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Dobbs now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio! Back!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Dobbs. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here's Hope. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ryan Shazier coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
To throw is Dobbs. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup again.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Flex round! Flex round! What? Ohio! Ohio!
Here's Dobbs to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Dobbs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by David Anderson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Sutton now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. Here's Dobbs to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Dobbs. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Three down. Hey, watch this.
On 3rd down. That's Connor. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Marshall. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
This is where you need to rely on your offensive line, and you tell the person carrying the football, no dilly-dallying around, no trying to hit the home run. Just hit the hole hard and get in there for a 1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, and it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back, Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Right back to him on first down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now it's Hunt. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
On 3rd down, that's Hunt. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Man open left side is Brown. That one goes for 24 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football. I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal. I
agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
And his kick is indeed good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a first throw here in overtime. Forced out to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Downs. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. First and 10, Dobbs. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On 2nd down, Dobbs. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. Within an OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because
out, valet, walk out, all these Benz I lost count, cause I'm too up right